We're going to take just a moment and look at the spline tool in SolidWorks. So I've got an open sketch in SolidWorks, and I've brought in a sketch picture here of a detergent bottle. And we just want to be able to mimic some of the lines of this detergent bottle. So we'll go ahead and start by using our spline tool and dropping some points on here to begin the spline. And when I'm finished creating the outline, I'm going to go ahead and hit escape to finish out the spline tool. And you can see I didn't quite get that spline to follow the line properly. So we're going to look at how to manipulate our spline a little bit. One simple thing we can do is to grab on an existing point and drag it around. And we can also similarly add additional spline points by right-clicking and insert spline point. So we use that point to just further define our spline. Now if we zoom in here, you'll see that when I've highlighted my spline, I get these arrows called spline handles. And I've got a few different points on the spline handle that I can choose. So if I choose right here, it's going to allow me to manipulate the direction of the spline. And if I click here on the arrow, it's going to allow me to manipulate the magnitude of it. And if I click out here on the end, it's going to allow me to manipulate both at the same time. You can see that as I manipulate one part of my spline using these spline handles, other parts of the spline are also being affected. So one tool that I really like to use is called the control polygon. Turn that on, we right click, show control polygon, and that gives us this dotted gray line with points on it. And as we adjust these points, we're only adjusting a given part of the spline. After I click on it, it goes yellow there, so it may be a little bit more difficult to see. But I can grab these individual points on the control polygon to adjust my spline. So that's just a little bit about how the spline tool works. There's some additional capabilities as well. By right-clicking, you can turn on tangency control, curvature control, and so forth. So those are some other things you may want to play around with. Hopefully that's a useful demonstration of the spline tool for you. Thanks.